Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to JK's Deal Reveal every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, where we get to see a deal that is out there right now for you to jump on, participate in, or go find yourself and bring it to me so I can look it over live for the very first time. And in a couple minutes, we can size up the opportunity and you will know the next step to take to negotiate or to take action on these type of opportunities in US real estate. So I already started to lie, not a good start, because it's every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, except for last Thursday, because Janie and I were in Cuba, and for the first time, and I think since last September, when we were celebrating our anniversary on a cruise between Mexico and California, that was the last time I think I didn't do the deal reveal. And so this year we went to Cuba and it was phenomenal. Yeah, the food was okay, the resort was fine, but the people make all the stars happen on these trips. And so why am I saying this? Because like everything in life, it's the people. More than the property, it's the people. This is a people business, and we must never forget it. Humans are social creatures. Humans have needs and desires that only other humans can satisfy, and real estate is no exception. So just out there, never forget about the people, and they will never forget about you. What comes around goes around, and the other way around. All right, so fantastic. Let's get started here for today's deal reveal. Let's make sure all the lights are going here, and they are. So I'd like to remind you all that the entrepreneurship has set sail, right? So if you have a hard time getting up in the morning, staying motivated, setting your goals, and staying accountable to yourself, well, there are people who have already committed to this wake-up call and are just waiting to be supportive for you and your dreams. And it starts with health, followed by wealth and abundance. So, Dwight, Juju, James, nice to see you. Jean-Francois, Kimberly, Nelson, Trina. Some of you have already been on that call. Some of you are regular, and some of you haven't even been there yet. So what are you waiting for? The entrepreneurship is there every morning, leaving 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So today's deal in our deal reveal comes from us, from the great city of Cleveland once again. So I would like to do a shout out to someone who's not on the call today, but Michelle, for submitting this deal to the deal reveal. And so let's take a look at this property. I have not seen it yet. Literally, the address was pasted here. It's a $25,000 property in Cleveland. Let's see if we can get excited by analyzing this deal lightning fast. So we were blessed that there's actually some pictures along. I didn't look at them yet, but here they are. So let's just take a quick sense of what we're looking at here and for this property. Okay, so for $25,000, we probably weren't expecting a turnkey product here. So let's just take a quick look around as what's happening. Here, we certainly have a mess. It seems to be in construction, so there's certainly something to be asked about that. So generally speaking, I'm looking for the ceilings. I'm looking for the water damage. Sure, the floors will probably need to be touched and so forth. Windows are boarded up. That could be a big expense. But overall, what do we see? An unfinished bathroom altogether. That's going to play in the budget. So right away, you look at a room like this, and even the door, old door handle, chipping paint. This is basically a full, maybe that vanity could be saved, probably a newer one. So maybe that, but ultimately, if there's a room in your renovation that's to the, or to the studs, or needs to be to the studs like this, you are immediately in a medium-sized category project. Don't expect to be anywhere under 25, 30,000. if there's a room like this, and it could be a lot more. So just looking through now, I've already sized up. It's at least a medium-sized project. Doesn't matter if all the rest looks nice. This is another bathroom. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 bathrooms in here. Interesting layout. Living room. The mechanicals a little blurry. It's funny how it's always the basement pictures that are blurry, right? Because we're looking for water spots. We're looking for, look in the back here. There's probably some seal coat paint to prevent water infiltration here. But it's really hard to say what exactly is happening. But I wouldn't put it past that there is some water infiltration, or at least some high levels of humidity happening there. Everything's treatable, but it comes with a price tag, right? And so just skimming through the rest of the pictures. So there's a story, what happened, what's happening here, because it looks like it's at the same time kind of maybe being lived in, surprisingly, and at the other time it's in full renovation or full demolition. So what exactly has happened? There's a story, there's people involved, and then looking at this, looks like to be, I'm not sure yet if it's a single family or a duplex from the pictures, although I only saw one hot water tank. It's probably at least a $40,000 renovation from what I see. Plus, I'm already imagining some things that are maybe on the outside and some of the bigger mechanicals. So yes, we can probably buy it for 25, but when we're done and through, we can very well be, in the 70s, 80s, or higher, depending on what is fully found across the board. So I took more time than usual looking at the pictures here, but because it's clear those first pictures were, okay, this is a bigger project, maybe that's enough for you to say, listen, I'll still contact Michelle or the gatekeeper and say, listen, I love these numbers, right? I love the numbers of, I can buy something for 2025 and maybe I put in 20, but I'm not interested in putting 50 or more. So I like the idea of being all in for 70,000, just not with a $50,000 rehab. And that's your in. From that point on, that's as far as this deal might go for you. Focus on the person, not the property, because the person can bring you the properties down the line. But we can still do what we need to do. We can go on Trulia. So now I'm going to do more of the standard deal reveal style. I'm just going to plug in this property. So we're in Mount Pleasant, not the most pleasant part of Cleveland. Looking like a duplex. Let's see if we can confirm that. Last sold for $5,000 in 2017. I'd like to know what happened since then. What else do we have here? Not a whole lot going on. So let's go to Zillow. See what Zillow might give us as an estimate for the value, an estimate for the value of this property based on some nearby comparables. So its estimates, it doesn't have an official estimate, does not have data in this area, unfortunately. But we know that a 4-bedroom would be $1,200 based on this estimate. But be careful when estimating rental costs, because if this is a duplex, it's not a 4-bedroom duplex, it's a 4-bed. So it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath times 2, as opposed to a 4-bedroom, 2-bath single family home. But it really is looking like a single family right now. I don't know yet. Let's see, just because we didn't get a value of comps, I'm going to go to Redfin, another one of those websites we can go to get some pictures and some information about the property. Current owner estimate for $30,000, very low value property in general. And then there's also realtor.com that we can go to get little pieces of our information along the way. So let's see if we can find it here. And Redfin is estimating at 69,000, right? So Redfin was at 29, estimated by the owner, it said, and realtor at 69. And I would agree that probably wouldn't be all that much worth more than 70,000 this property finished. And so with the size of the renovation, yeah, I think it's priced correctly at about 25,000. I don't think it's a crazy deal at 25,000 from the first golden rule of real estate, meaning buy it at a discount. right? You don't have to buy full market value. You can buy at a discount. So that's number one. I love these price per square foot though, right? $4 per square foot. Let's take just a quick look, see if there's any interior pictures to see if there's any updates, but that other one seemed to be the most updated one. Okay, so rule number one of real estate, buy at a discount. For the size of the project that's going to happen here, I don't even consider it a discount, because are you even factoring in your time to manage such a large project? So first rule of real estate, I'm going to say, nah, not happening. Second rule is, will there be cash flow if you bought it for 25 and put 50 into it? If you bought it for 70,000, is there cash flow on this property? And so as I mentioned, this is either a duplex with 2-1 on both sides, or it's a single family home with a 4-2. And it's leaning towards a single family 4-2, but let's just take a look, run the numbers. It doesn't take all that much longer to do. So if it is a duplex, basically we're in the 700-ish range. It would be an apartment, so I'm on the lower side of the 25th percentile and the lower of the average and median. So I'd estimate about 700 per month for a 2-bedroom in this area, and there'd be 2 sides, so it'd be 1,400 for the entire property if it were a duplex. And if it's a single family 4-2, well, we change the metrics there, and boom, we'd actually have something close to 1,100, the lower of the average and median when you're in these more inner city properties. So 1,100 would be pretty much your number here. So real quick, how do we go from this gross rental income number down to, does it cash flow? So we use the quick 50% rule, the quick trick. So basically we take our monthly rent, 1,100, we multiply it by 12 because there's 12 months in a year, and then the 50% rule basically says there's half of your income that's expenses. So multiplied by 50%, divided in 2. If there's 13,200 gross total income coming in, half of that's expenses, half of that remains. And so there would be 6,600 remaining. That would be your NOI, your net operating income. And if you were to buy this property and renovate it for a whole total project cost of 75, you'd be buying an 8.8% cap property, and basically a 9 cap. So we have a property we can buy for 25,000. Seems like a pretty big project. We have not much discount on purchase. I'm grossly estimating here for the size of the project. I don't see it. And from a return on your cash, if you were to lay down $75,000, it would be working at 9% for you. So golden rule of real estate number 1, golden rule of real estate number 2, is this a deal or no deal? Deal or no deal? What do we think? Rodzi, Puria, nice to see you. Deal or no deal? No deal, Puria says, but that doesn't mean that the seller doesn't have other properties. That doesn't mean that that gatekeeper isn't worthwhile connecting with, because they still found a property for $25,000. Maybe that's the price point you're interested in, and maybe just this project is a little too big for what you're looking for. Don't forget about the people, because they will make your diamonds with you. And so that's that. I would agree that up front, as it stands, we're far from a deal on this one. I don't personally like large projects. Even Janie, who is basically our project manager, doesn't like big projects. So hopefully that says something for you. So I would agree, as it stands, no deal. And we move on to the next opportunity, the next relationship building opportunity, and off we go. So I would like to actually wrap it up here and do a shout out to James, who's in the crowd with us. It was his birthday 2 days ago. Actually, it was yesterday. No, 2 days ago. No, yesterday. Yesterday. We're the 6th, right? Yeah. My watch says 5. This says, happy birthday, James. Nice to have you here. James has been part of our community for a very, very long time, and he is going to be living the freedom lifestyle very, very shortly. Going to Italy in just over a week, and then moving to Florida to basically make his new life. And this is super, super exciting. So many more members in our community have been doing the leap these past years. James, you're next, and we'll be following shortly. Gonna go play some golf. So that is our deal reveal for this evening. Thank you so much. If you like what you see here, well, you can definitely have more. We are planning to do another blueprint this year. Dates to be confirmed. So if you or you know people who are interested in this thing, this little beast called real estate investing in the States as a Canadian, well, we have your back, and we're excited to deliver one more time. And it may be our last time that we do this event live. And so it is, we shall see. There's rumors going around about it. And so we hope to see you one more time or one last time at the blueprint. So have yourself a wonderful evening, and we will see you next week or at 8 in the Now for Tomorrow Club. Take care, everyone, and go get your miracle.
Don't wait for tomorrow.